Welcome back, guys. So I know what you're thinking. Why on earth would me, of all people, buy one of these? Let's get into it. Okay, so this is a 2015 GSXR1000R. Jigsaw bro. Always wanted to say that. I don't know if I wanted to say that being an owner of one. That's a bit different, but yeah. Why on earth would I build something like this compared to what I normally do? You know, Aprilias, Ducatis, look at my current garage lineup. You've got Panigales, and now I'm doing a Jigsaw. I mean, seriously, was I dropped at birth? So this bike has been in a pretty massive crash. It's had probably, I'm gonna guess, cartwheels. I think it's done cartwheels over and over. And now it's my problem. So I'm gonna get this in the garage and we're gonna start going through what's good and what's bad. And I think there's more bad than good. It's bad. It's really, really bad. And it's actually worse than I thought it was. Even a little part of me thinks maybe it's actually a little bit twisted. It could just be these front forks. But there are some high quality components on this bike which should hopefully level out the playing field. And the idea with this build is to do something cheap. I know I've said that before, but let me explain. Suzuki, Ducati. Every time I build one of these bikes, I end up saying I'm gonna spend 12 to 14 grand. I always spend $20,000 to build something like this. And this isn't even finished yet. It's got a long way to go. But the idea with this is it got me thinking. And the first thing I did is I jumped on eBay and thought, I'm pretty sure the wheels are gone. How much is a rear wheel? And I found a whole bunch of wheels for about $290, $300. Versus if I wanted a Ducati rear wheel, I'm looking at about $1,100, $1,200 for a Ducati rear wheel minimum. So that got me thinking, and maybe all of your comments were right. Build a Jigsaw, build a Jigsaw, build a Jigsaw. Oh wait, were you actually saying I'm an idiot? I'm an idiot. Anyway, maybe you were right, because can I build one of these bikes sub $10,000 for a 2015 GSXR 1000 track bike with good quality components? And I think I can. And the vision I've got for this is something similar to the 2025 Suzuka 8R bike, and that looks absolutely sick. However, it does have a different swing arm. So if you guys can think, is there a way I can replace this swing arm with a more modern GP style swing arm? Let me know. Otherwise, we may have to do something with this one. But let's get into what's bad. So starting from the front, I think this front wheel is buckled. Even just looking at that, it looks like the front wheel is actually buckled like that. So I'm gonna take these wheels off shortly and we're gonna put them on the spinner because I think the back wheel is also shot to pieces. So I'll show you what I mean. Over this side, we've actually got a massive dent right here in the back wheel. So no, wait, that's not it. There, just there. That huge big dent there. I don't think that can be ironed out. Cheaper probably just to buy another wheel. Like I said, the ones I've found on eBay. The Yoshi pipe has got some damage as well. I don't want to keep this pipe anyway, but I am going to try and fix it. So these go for about $500 or $600 on eBay. And I reckon I can actually fix that carbon fiber issue. So if I drill out this piece and then re-rivet it back in once I've fixed that carbon edge, I think we'll have probably a $500 eBayable exhaust. And it is a Yoshi, so, you know, once it's cleaned up, even if you get that dust off it, it actually comes up all right. I'm pretty sure this rear tail section is bent as well. So, I mean, I've got to try and measure it up, but I'm pretty sure that's actually bent that way. So I don't know if I can bend it back a little bit. It's only off by a little bit, but you know, these are around about $300 or $400. I think everything back here through the electrics looks all right. It's got a lithium power sport battery, although the battery's probably dead because from what I've been told, this bike has been sitting for about 3 years and has not been touched since its crash. So I just touched something else, which is really bad as well, and that's the tank. The tank is well and truly busted. So that tank is a complete write-off. I have managed to find another tank. I'm gonna go and pick that up tonight for $50. So replacement tank, 50 bucks. And this is what I'm talking about, folks. Jigsaw build, under 10K. Ducati tank, $1,500 to $2,500. Jigsaw tank, 50 bucks. So the left side switch and everything is all broken. I did actually have a replacement bar, so I just put that on so I could move the bike around. So yeah, everything's broken here. I'm pretty sure I need a new complete clutch. So clutch and bar, $50, so I've already got a replacement for one of them. The entire front mount here, the front fairing mount, is gone. That's busted in half, and it looks like it's the original aluminium one. So I've got something pretty special I'm thinking of to come for this. This looks like it might be salvageable, but it could also be have a bent shaft. So I'm gonna have to check the shaft and make sure the shaft is not bent. Both of these are shot to pieces. So both of these air ducts are gone, they're broken, smashed up into pieces. So they can go, but I think I can get those pretty cheap online. The biggest thing I'm worried about actually is because this frame has taken a big hit down the left-hand side, I just want to make sure that it hasn't crimped any of the wires or anything. So when it's crashed, you'll see here the wires are routed on the outside. I'm pretty sure originally they're supposed to be routed on the inside, but I could be wrong. I just want to make sure that these haven't actually got any damage to them. You can see there's plugs which aren't plugged in at all. So that's an issue. The frame, so the engine sliders have done their job, and I'm pretty sure both sides of those are screwed. So no, this side's okay, but the other side, oh, that's ugly. That is ugly, that's coming off. So yeah, so that engine slider has done its job, I think, but the entire left rear set here has just ripped off completely. And you can see, it's actually taken the thread out of the rear sets as well. So I need a complete new set of rear sets. All of this frame damage needs to be cleaned up. The tank needs to come off. This carbon just here is done and dusted. It's all cracked and bashed. The swing arm's taken a big graze as well. I don't think it's taken a hit. Like, I'm pretty sure the swing arm is straight with the bike. I think if anything, the back of the bike is straight, but the front is twisted. So you can see it's also ripped off the spool here. So again, it's ripped the thread right out of the spool. So I'm gonna have to maybe re-weld the edge of that and then put a new pickup spool in there. The shark fin has bent. Might be able to bend that back. Chain is old as buggery, but it's not rusted. Oh yes, it is. That's gone. Quick shifter is also gone, and that looks like it's quite a decent quick shifter as well. It's a Woolwich Racing quick shifter, so I think this is going to be one of the more expensive pieces to fix. I very much doubt, considering the eyelet bolt going into it and the feeder bolt going up to it are both bent, I very much doubt this sensor is actually working. So it's missing an engine mount here, so this mount bolt has ripped out. I'm guessing that was probably a frame slider on the other side, so I'm gonna have to make sure I can get a bolt through there and back into the engine, because this should not be the only one on this side holding the engine in place. Let's check the other side. Yeah, so it's had one of these on there. It's had one of these, I'm not sure the brand, but this is a slider. So we'll probably leave that on this side, but I'll have to get one for the other side. And I could go on and on and on of the things that are wrong with this bike, but I think I'll just start looking at what's actually good quickly, and then we're gonna start stripping it down. So first thing that comes to mind is the radiators. And the radiators on this actually look like they're in good condition. So that is something, it's always an indicator as to how bent the front is. Second thing I love about this bike is it's actually got Öhlins. So it's got Öhlins, oh yeah, oh look, no scratches. So these just need a really good cleanup. They are black, so I'm not sure if they're just the Öhlins cartridges or what, but they are pretty good. So pretty happy with that. Just over the other side here, it's got Brembo monoblock calipers, even though it's missing a bolt, but that's okay. It's got a Brembo master cylinder as well, RCS 19, although it's missing a bleed nipple, strangely enough, which is a bit odd. It's got a Jet Prime kill switch on this side, but I don't even know if that works, but that is good. And it's got some frame sliders on it, so that's not all. It's also got an Öhlins TTX rear shock. So this bike has a fair bit of performance actual bling on it. So once I get these serviced, get this serviced, probably get these forks taken apart and fully serviced, we should have a pretty good suspension setup on this bike. I am already starting to regret my life choices. I just need to start pulling this thing apart. I just need to bite the bullet. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and get these spools on so I can get the rear stand under properly before I hate myself anymore. It gets better. Titanium race bolts, Venhill braided lines, and are non-ABS, so that's another expense I don't have to do. I don't have to do an ABS delete. I can take roughly $250 off my budget if these lines are okay. I think they just need a good cleanup. And the other thing I want to change, because it makes no sense on this bike, is having weirdly old gold calipers. Now these are still Brembo monoblocks. They're still good calipers. So once I put, oh wow, it looks like the brake pads in them are almost new as well. So I'm gonna guess this has hardly been touched, but I'm not sticking with gold. We're gonna think of a better color. Wheels are set up, it's a moment of truth. Now, don't knock me, I don't have a proper wheel balancer, but I do have a bit of Kiwi ingenuity. So just using my mocked up wheel, this is what I use for spray painting actually, to be honest. So the back wheel I think we know is buggered. Look at that, that is absolutely destroyed. It's warped to shit. I think the sprocket's okay, but chances are we'll replace that anyway. And I'm gonna guess that this disc is actually warped as well. So probably a new disc and a new wheel. We knew that going into it, that wheel was toast, it's gone. So just gotta find a new wheel, which I think I've found. Front wheel. Now this is the expensive one, because if these discs are gone, then not only if the front wheel is gone, if the discs are bent, then I'm up shit creek. So I'm gonna measure these properly, so don't think that just eyeballing it is what I'm gonna do. I think there's a tiny little wobble in it, but I think it's mostly straight. So I need to check this properly. So I've just got this upright sitting on the disc and against here, so it's not gonna move at all. And then just spinning the wheel, we shouldn't get any variance. Look, it might have 0.5 millimeter maybe, but I think that's relatively straight. So now I'm just going to measure the actual wheel itself. That was measuring the disc. You can hear that. There's this tiniest little like maybe 0.5 millimeter of sway. I don't know if that's worth getting a new wheel or if that's good enough. We'll check the other side, but fingers crossed, this is salvageable. Yeah, it's more noticeable on this side, and it's actually somewhere probably, I'm going to guess, between 0.5 mil and 1 mil difference. So I think we'll park this one for now. I think the both of the front rotors are okay, but I'm just a bit worried about that wheel. So I'm going to seek some expert advice before I go dropping money on a new wheel. I mean, if it's only 0.5 mil off, maybe it's okay. Yeah, let me know in the comments if you guys are wheel experts. I'm not. See how we go. I also want to check and see if the actual axles are straight. So I've got my straight edge here, and I'm just going to line it up and turn it, and it shouldn't leave contact with that at any point. And the front one looks like it's straight. I've just got to make sure it's not bent right at that point there, but I very much doubt it. This rear one, on the other hand, could be another story. You know what? I think we've got 2 straight axles. Bonus. And here we go, the first parts are already rolling in. The $50 fuel tank has arrived. That's it for today. Make sure you tune in to the rest of the build. We can all be bros. We can all be Jigsaw bros together. Peace out. Like, subscribe. You know the drill.